After Real Madrid's huge defeat against Atletico Madrid, there has been a lot of controversy, a lot of sayings of the status of Real Madrid. Number one, the players that played bad of all careers, Dean Huijsen, Fede Valverde, Chouameni, um, Jude Bellingham. For me, they were terrible, absolutely terrible. They're people are saying that Xabi out, and it's too soon to say that. Yes, this is a huge defeat, 5-2. The first big game of the season, and for it to go like that, it's not a good sign. And for me, I'm happy. I'm happy that it happened. It's a reality check. Madrid were undefeated beginning of this La Liga season, and it's a reality check. You are stoppable. You are the quote unquote same Madrid as last year. If you're performing like this is probably even worse from last year. Um, I do like what Xabi has done. It rotates the squad every match. These 9 games he's played, there has been a different starting 11, different lineup. Rotation is key for a club, and that's something Ancelotti never really did. But this loss with Atletico is bringing people. It's a huge defeat. It's terrible defeat. Just and I just don't like people are coming. For of course, Karius Noise has been amazing since they came here, and um, this big game like this against Atletico Madrid. And next you have Juve, you have Liverpool, you have Barca, you have Villarreal. Um, and perform like this is worrying. It's huge for the club like Real Madrid. Didn't like really a lot of the substitutions Xavi made. He took out Orta instead of Bellingham. I don't know how Bellingham was 7.5. I think he's a 6. I think he was a 6.0. Bellingham was nowhere near a 7.5. Nowhere near. I thought he was terrible. I thought he was horrible. Terrible. I'm surprised Coverall has a lower rating than Bellingham. And Courtois, if people were saying, "Oh, need a new goalkeeper now" or whatever, none of those goals were Courtois' fault. Those were all just defending issues. Those were all the faults of the players. Um, Courtois made huge saves. He made 2 against Sorloth. Um, it was definitely not Courtois. Without Courtois, it would have been 8-0 or 8-2. Um, it's just every set piece Atletico had, they were just able to put it in. Um, Not even just because of Sorloth's height, it's just in general. Madrid couldn't defend a cross for their life, and that's sad. Um, Coming to the next match, I think this should something go. I was a huge fan of the three. Actually, might have to change this here. I would rather put. Oh wait, no, I know what I did. Militao's gonna. Who knows how long he's out for? I think they said a couple weeks. So something like that. Um, Vinny Mbappe, Musintuono. I think for these past couple weeks shown that this is maybe the front three they would be using. Um, and Carvajal is also out. He's gonna be out for who knows how long, and Trent is obviously out. So I think Fed is gonna probably play that wing back, right back role if he does this. If Xabi does this formation. Carreras had a terrible game, but he's shown this season why. But I wouldn't be surprised if Fran Garcia gives it a shot. One thing Xabi's done if a player's underperforms, they my light died. They will get benched and they will um and they'll you rotate players and make sure everyone gets time. So I would happy to see next Champions League game a Fran Garcia start. Um, Hoyson was rubbish, but Madrid's defense they don't really have at the moment unless you want to bring in Diego Aguado from the academy or I forgot the other guy's name, but if you want to bring in someone from academy, you can. Um, in that Asensio was no better, yesterday was just a mess. It just brought me back like last season. Um, Madrid weren't like they weren't crazy these past couple games. They're winning, and some games. I think their last against Sociedad they looked amazing. Um, was it Sociedad? Just want to be sure, just to make sure. I believe it's Real Sociedad where they looked. Oh, Levante. They looked great, and I was really happy with the performance. Probably their best performance, and then you come to a game like this just to lose 5-2. That's just terrible. There needs to be something. Xabi, I trust him really. Hopefully, it's just a minor setback for a huge comeback from Real Madrid. They have the players, they have the depth, they have the they have everything that they need. They just need to find the right solution. And one thing is, if you even take out him and uh, a Gonzalo Garcia or um, let me try this. Gonzalo Garcia or an Endrick, have a Franco, bench Vinny. Um, he's not performing to his status, but I want to see Mbappe on the left with a striker and a real right winger. I want to see how it works. I think it will work way better. Gonzalo and an Endrick. I'll put Endrick in here also. Um, I think this would work amazing. I think Madrid, the one thing they were missing was they need a proper nine. I've been saying it since last season. They have two. Xabi is not using. I mean, Endrick's been hurt, but Gonzalo's been barely playing. He got subbed in 88th minute. Um, and then I think this will 100% work. An Mbappe, Endrick, Franco, a right winger, a left winger, and a striker. That's what Madrid have been needing. The season Bellingham was playing like as a false nine. Um, but still dropping back. Have Arda, creating the chances. Franco on the right. Franco just needs to adjust. Fed is the wing back. Controlling the whole right side. He's done it and he's shown he's capable of it. Uh, Carriers has shown he's great. He can 100% play in that wing back role. And then Chouamani. This was not really how they had it in the Club World Cup. He was a midfielder, but he would drop back with um, but same thing. You play more in the back. Arda. I think this team would 100% be way better than what they've been using. You're playing. I want to see Mbappe on the left. He 100% can play on the left, and I want to see a proper number nine. Endrick had what I forgot how many minutes, but all those minutes added up to I think it was 4 total games. I believe, unless I'm wrong, it was something around that, and he had what 5 goals. So his stats for the minutes time he played last season where it was incredible. But I really want to see him with the chance. I want to see this front three. I really want to see this front three. I'm even if you don't start Bellingham because he's been hurt, um, people are gonna think I'm crazy. I want to see a Thiago Piraj from the Castilla. I really want him to chance, and also there's a bunch of players like Gemma, who's on Stuttgart playing amazing in Germany. Uh, Madrid do have a buyback clause for Andres Gemma, and there's also of course my star man. I've been glazing this guy since day one, Nico Paz. He's spectacular in Como, and hopefully, if the rumors are true, he's coming back to Madrid next summer. So he's someone I really want to see. He plays more of like a attacking midfielder, cam 10 spot, but I think these two will look crazy. You probably have to bench a midfielder. It depends on the whole situation, but yeah, I think that's how Madrid should be going forward. Even Camavinga, man. Madrid are stacked in midfielders. You can 100% put in Camavinga in there. I just think Bellingham and Fede just don't work well together in the box. If he's a wing back, it's a whole different story. But in the box wise, because Fede, he's 100%. He can 100% play in that right side role. He's done it multiple times. He's versatile. That's the one huge thing about Fede. Right wing, center back, right back, midfielder, DM. Anywhere you need him, he's there and he got you. That's one thing key for Real. But don't want Xabi sacked. Just need him for improvement.